Hey guys, Bree here. So we are going to be doing quite a few little different projects. I'm going to show you guys how to get that crackle in the background, okay? And now I'm going to do it on wood, I'm going to do it on acrylic, and I'm also going to show you like what it would look like if you just painted the crackle first on wood or if you were to paint it. So that way you guys can kind of get a feel for how it will turn out. So I am excited. Go ahead and comment replay if you are catching the replay, and you guys are more than welcome to grab some of this crackle starting July 9th on my website, on my chalk site. Okay, so I will be sure to give you guys the link the day that it launches. So if you have not yet, just be sure that you're signed up for our broadcast channel. It is down in the pinned comment. That is where I will send you guys the link for sure. But let's go ahead and get started, you guys, because I have quite a few of them that I want to kind of get through. So let me see. Let me make sure you guys hit the heart button so I know that you guys are on and here. Let me get this shared over into the broadcast channel so the people who may not have, what is it called? In case they don't have my notifications, my live notifications, which you can grab them below, there should be a link there. Then at least if they see the broadcast channel, they'll get the message, okay? Hi, oh, so many people on, okay. Hi Kim, hi Janice, Sonia, Johanna, Julie, Terry, Diana, Yvonne, Betty, Chris. Hi Charlotta, hi everybody. Okay, so we are going to do this on a bunch of different surfaces, okay? So let's get started. First one we are going to do is, let me see, where did it go? Okay, this one I have already painted a surface, so we're going to do that one. And then I'm also going to do this one, which has brown and it has white on one side. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what they would look like if we were to do one side or the other. Let's do, I'm like, which side? Maybe we'll do this side. Okay, so first I'm going to take my crackle. Now it does tell you, it's not actually this one. I just kind of roll it around, kind of like Mod Podge tells you to do. I just roll it around just a little bit. It doesn't say you have to, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like a habit. So we're gonna get these painted. That way they can begin to dry and we can work on them. So I do already have one painted as well. I have an acrylic piece painted. So I did kind of start one beforehand so we can see how it will come out. Or at least so it can be drying while I'm applying these. Okay. So remember, we will have these available July 9th. So if you have not yet made your wish list, after I go live today, I'm actually going to be putting up my event. I'm going to do a launch event on Monday. Oh, maybe it's Tuesday. Tuesday is the 9th. So it'll be on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So, oh, also, I just got my mystery stuff in. Well, I didn't just get it in. I had it in, and I finally was able to get everything packaged up. So we are going to do our mystery bundles tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I will send out an email to everybody working on that today that we can get it done tomorrow. So that way, those of you guys who do have a mystery bundle, you will know what is in your pack. So that way you can order accordingly on Tuesday. Okay? And if you did not get a mystery bundle, I don't know that I have any extras this time, but I may have something special for you guys that show up tomorrow that did not get one. I have something else I may do for y'all. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and, I'm just using a foam brush because I can just throw this one away afterwards, or I can go ahead and wash it. I typically do wash mine as long as I soak them right away. I never have any problems reusing my foam brushes, okay? Hi. Did everybody have a fun and safe 4th of July? I sure hope so. Did anybody eat too much? Now, I really do like this one. It doesn't smell at all. Not that I would expect it to smell bad, but it's also really easy to use. I know you can make your own Crackle using like Mod Podge, but again, you would have to prep that. This, I can just use it straight out of the jar. And you see it's all glossy. We're going to wait for that to dry, so I'm gonna set that aside. Okay, another one that I'm going to do is, let me see, I was gonna try this out to see how it would work. But I don't know, I don't want it to come out kind of too funny for you guys, so maybe I won't do that. I was thinking about doing one of these, but I think these would all come out funny, like with that actual transfer that goes on top of it. So yes, nice and quiet this year. Yes, we will be painting, Stacy. All right, that was painted wood acrylic. I think that is it. Let's do, let me see, I'm like, do I want to do this one? Or do we want to do a different one? Maybe a wood one? Okay. Maybe we'll do the bottom of this. All right, so this is a hoop wreath. I'll do the bottom of this one as a Crackle. So we'll have 4 different ones, 4 different surfaces, or 4 different versions using Crackle. And then you guys will be able to decide which one you like best. Also, there's a couple of different ways to get like different looks in the end, so it really just depends on what you're going for. All right. Yes, Charlene, we are right at the edge of it. We're just hoping it, you know, decides to fizzle out and just go on its merry way as maybe a tropical storm, or just not even at all, just go away. After you do a project, no, I wouldn't do it after you do a project because I don't think it would really do anything for you. You do have to paint on top of it. Okay, all right. So we'll save this and put that aside. This is the one that was drying first, but we're gonna kind of see if we can speed things along here. I did already do this one first, but like I said, on the June Club, what was the June Club? Was that the truck? Oh, I know, it was the hurricanes, right? Hi, from Tennessee. So, first layer, you want to put Crackle, and we do want it to dry completely, okay? So we already painted this one. I probably should have painted it like an hour ago, so at least they could just dry. Oh no, the towel was last month with the borders. So I already painted this one. I'm just gonna make sure it's completely dry. By the way, I don't know how we ever survived with this first quick dry tool and how short the cord is. This is as far as I can bring this one. And this is how far I can bring this one. Look how much extra. It's double in length, by the way. Oh, it is dry. It just looks glossy. Okay. All right, that one is dry. Let me dry this one a little bit to give it a little head start. But yeah, you're gonna want to dry it all the way. Well, and you know what? If you are a Perks member, you get a free quick dry tool with a $70 purchase this month while supplies last. So make sure you get your purchase in. Hopefully there's still more on the 9th with launch day. But if you do $75 instead of $70, you can also add on your Orion color of the month, y'all. I know we complained, well, not really complained. We sent in a suggestion to Chalk and be like, hey, can you make the cord longer? And they did. Now you're gonna have 3. Hey, that's okay. Look, if I have, I could probably like set one down like that and then I get used to. I know, right? That first cord is not, it's not the friendliest. Okay, that one is drying. So here we go. We're gonna start with this one. So this is the acrylic sheets. This acrylic sheet fits inside of our 5x12 frame. I do sell, personally, I do sell the acrylic sheets that go inside of the outside the box frame. Okay, here is the 5x12. Here is the 5x5. And then we do have the 5x7 up. I'm not sure if we had the 9x12 up yet, but I will ask Robert to make sure that all of them are up, okay? Until Chalk actually is able to provide inserts that are acrylic, we have them for you, okay? All right, so here is our project, here is our acrylic surface. It does have a protective sleeve on both sides, right? So whenever you do get them, it looks like you got a wood piece, but it's actually an acrylic sheet. It is just protected by masking tape on both sides, okay? All right. I may or may not have forgot to grab some paste. So let me see. I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do the coffee, the Mama Needs Coffee on the front. We could probably do that in, maybe in white, so I could do espresso on the back. I like that. Espresso is one of our new colors coming out July 9th as well. Oh, I could use vanilla on the front. We'll do that. Okay, decision has been made. Ah! And I totally put that down on top of a wet Crackle surface. Whoopsie daisies. Let's wipe that off. And let me go back and spread this back on. My bad. All right. Let's move that up there where I can't touch it. Okay, let's see. Hi guys, I ordered and have the heat dry tool. I have 3. There you go. And you ordered Orion. Good. All right, so I have espresso. I have a paintbrush here. Let me see. I think this espresso is actually thin enough for me to paint with. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this on. All right, so what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have to paint the entire piece first. And then when we go to dry it, the crackle will come up. Oops, I might have had some spots that were not fully dry. Because it's already crackling. It's already crackling. I may be painting too slow. Let's water that down just a little bit. Ooh, and you guys, who ordered a mystery bundle? Because I threw in some retired surfaces. Y'all, if you got a mystery bundle, some of you guys are going to get an Odette board. Some of you are going to be getting burlap board. Maybe. I may or may not have taken that one out, now that I'm thinking about it. Some of you guys might be getting Grayson frames, Sylvie frames. What else? Door tags. I'm so excited for you guys to see what you got. Especially those of you guys who got the bigger bundles. I was able to give you more, like the bigger surfaces that are gone. All right, it is not like Mod Podge, it is different. It is a Crackle, but you can use, I'm sure I never used it, so there is a method you can do with Mod Podge. Just kind of YouTube it and you'll find something. Okay, so check it out. I painted it. It's already beginning to crackle, you guys can see. But now I'm going to dry it. And it should start to crackle a little bit more. I'm trying my best not to like scrape the thing too. I actually really like it with the espresso because it kind of looks like wood too. Oh, the gator hide. Yeah, it is similar to Mod Podge, except it's not sticky when it dries. So I really like the gator hide. I plan to use the gator hide to show you guys how I seal some stuff. I do have it here as well. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one while that is just hanging out and drying. Let's do, okay. What was I doing with this one? Oh, okay. So on this one, I painted it teal first, okay? Painted it teal first, put Crackle on top of the teal, and now we're going to paint with another color. Should we paint with Orion? Oh, maybe we'll just do Tide. We'll do Tide because, you know, Tide and teal are like yin and yang. Yeah, I know, it looks pretty good there. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this Tide. I'm gonna thin it out a little bit here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna paint this. I need to watch one of your other videos. Oh, which one? Which one do you need to watch? I feel like you can't go over it too much, so you do want it to go on pretty smooth the moment you touch the surface. You don't want to continually go over the surface, like painting the surface, okay? So let's watch it. It's gonna begin to crackle. And then if we add some heat to it, it should start to crackle a little bit more. This is really cool. I think this one would be great for like the mermaid one. So maybe I'll pull out the mermaid tail and put it on this. I think this is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit, let it dry. We have, you know, like I said, we had a few, we're doing 4 different backgrounds so you guys can see how to use it. Hi. Hi, Teresa. Oh, excuse me. All right, so there is how it looks so far. It's still kind of drying, darker in some places than the other. Now, I will be able to remove this side so we can see. I'm just gonna remove half of it so you can see what it looks like right now. But I'm gonna put it back on just because I don't wanna scratch this side up until we're ready to remove it to put something on there. Okay, so that is what it looks like. So the bottom, you can see the paper is through it, but the top, you can see that it's clear. So let's say you wanted it to have a color on the background because you don't want it to be clear. Well, that's what I'm gonna show you. We're going to finish up this one towards the end because I will need to Mod Podge it. So I want to show you guys how to get this type of background where you've got one color behind it, but then through the cracks, you can see a second color, okay? So I will show you how to do that. Okay, until then, let's go ahead and get some of these dried up. So we're gonna do this one, and then let me see, what 2 colors? Do we wanna do 2 colors? Was this one 2 colors? Or was this one all white? I'm trying to remember. Okay, this one I wanted to do 3 colors on, okay? So it'll be the background, and I need a color scheme. Pick a color scheme for me. I need 2 colors that'll go good with the wood background. What do you think? Maud says pink. Camel Camel and vanilla. What else we got? Ballet slipper. And what? We need 2 colors. So if we do ballet slipper, what other color do you guys want to do? Orion. Peach and pink. Peach and vanilla. So we've got a lot of vanilla so far. Vanilla, ballet slipper maybe. I think those two would go good together. Yeah, we could try Orion. We could try like white and then Orion. I should have done the other side though. If I would have done white, I could have done white and then like, I don't know, maybe a cadet or purple like berry and then, or regal and then Orion. We could actually try that. I think we can try that. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can come up with that galaxy pattern, but with Crackle. Do you think we can do it? This one I'm just gonna do straight up white. That way you guys can see what just something simple would look like on wood. Camel, vanilla, vanilla, Orion. Yeah, I think I kind of want to paint I really should have done it on the other side, the white, but it's okay. We're here already. So I'm gonna ombre this. Okay, I'm gonna ombre this. I'm gonna do a little bit of Grage Cadet, and then this is Regal. So Regal will be relaunched on July 9th as well. So again, if you guys need that reminder, be sure to just get in that broadcast channel I have down below in the comment, the pinned comment, so you can stay up to date and get the info when you guys can begin shopping, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take some of this Grage and I'm gonna quickly try and get it painted around here. Okay, I'm gonna wash that off real quick. We're gonna grab some Cadet. Kind of blending it in a little bit. Not too much, because like I said, remember, when you start to paint with it, that crackle does start to pick up. All right, so let's wash that and finish it up with Regal. Okay. All right. So I just randomly did like this, okay? No problem, Stephanie. And yes, Wendy, I do store my paste upside down, but that is because I look for colors. I look at the color because I know the color, like I look at the bottom of it and I know the color. It's easier for me to pair up what colors I want with what a lot faster than if I were to have to read what's on top. Because I could do a little sticker, I could do like, you know, put cadet across the front. But from a quick glance, I don't have time to read all of it. So I do store all of mine like this in my drawer. I think I have a reel somewhere on my page where I showed you guys how I organize my drawer. All right, so this is done for now. We're gonna go ahead and get it all dried. And then we're gonna apply a second coat. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try a second coat and see how that'll do, okay? I probably should have started with this one, but that's okay. I'm gonna try and dry this real quick. We're gonna apply the second coat, let it dry, and then we're gonna come back to the other ones that we've been working on. So you can see the cracks are starting to form there. You can really see it right there in that middle one. Okay, so I'm gonna set this one aside for just a bit. We're gonna come in with this one. We're gonna do white. Oops. Oops. We're gonna do bright white on this. Okay, my water bottle. Hi. Hi, Sandra. This does not want to stand up straight. All right, so I did spray a little bit of water in here. I want to thin this one out just a little bit more because I do want it to be easy to paint with. Now, I probably, on that last one that we were doing, I really should have thinned out in the caps a little bit more before I applied the Cadet, the Regal, and the Grage, okay? So again, you wanna be sure that it's completely dry. We are using Crackle, okay? And then this will be available on my website July 9th, okay guys? All right, there's a little wet spot right there. And here. Okay. try and paint as quickly as I can so I don't mess it up. It's already starting to crack. All right, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the outside of this. Ooh. Just like I would paint like the outside of a canvas frame, just so it matches. Now I did not put Crackle on the edges here, so it's just gonna be white. But at least it'll look better than just having it brown. So whenever you go to hang it up on your door, it doesn't look too homemade. You want to be like, oh my gosh, where did you get your door hanger? I made it. No, you did not. Yes. Yes, I did. You want to know how? That's what you need to do. All right. That is all painted. I don't need to do this top part because that top part is what, actually, you know what? It depends. If you take that top part off and you only want the half, then yes, you will need to paint this. So let's just go ahead and paint it. Because I did do a project where we only used this bottom piece, that bloom where you're planted or something. We did a cute little spring project. And you guys, this one is crackling wonderfully. And I do think it's because we thinned out our paste a little bit more. So I highly recommend thin your paste out. It'll work quicker. All right. Last little bit here. Ta-da. Okay. Look how good that looks, y'all. I feel like that couldn't have worked out more perfectly. Right? It looks really, really good. And I really do think it's because I did not thin out my other paste as much as I thinned out this one. That looks awesome. I think this is the best one so far. That is just our plain white, one. Okay. So I wonder if I can get more, if it'll crack more. Or is it done? It may be done. All right, so we're going to apply more Crackle on top of this one, okay? Now, I'm just gonna attempt to apply this directly on it. Again, I don't want to have to wipe too much. So I am trying to get quite a bit on here to be able to swipe it across. And we're gonna hope this one works. I have not tried doubling up like this yet. So I'm excited to see how it turns out, you guys. The only thing I have actually done is a single layer and on acrylic. So I do know how those two will turn out. But we are trying this as well. All right. I think I am done with my Crackle. I'm going to wash my brush in some water. Close this on up. Crackle a Crackle burnt piece of wood. Maybe. It'd be interesting to see how it'll look. Hi. I know that one turned out really good, right? So I'm just going to attempt to speed up the process just a little bit, not too much. We'll let it just dry here, and then we'll apply that second layer in a bit. Just trying to get it started. All right, so next one we're pulling back out, we're going to take this, this is the acrylic piece, okay? So now what I'm gonna tell you, your dog is pacing, oh no. Made it look like a burnt log. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so I want another color to be on the back end. Now, if you wanted to leave it like that, you could leave it like that. You're gonna be able to see through it, okay? Let me actually, let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and chalk on it, so that way we can see what it looks like without having the second color in the back. And I'm gonna put the Mama Needs Coffee here. And then we are actually going to put the second one up here too with it. All right, so if you are new here, I like to just use an X-Acto knife and cut down the little white lines that we have on our transfers. Now I don't press too hard. All I'm doing is I am separating and cutting the silk screen. That way I can keep everything on one sheet, and I can put it back in this spot real quick, okay? So I'm gonna use the Ice Baby, but I'm actually using the cup, and I just wanna space it out correctly. So if I'm gonna put my little cup here, I want to be sure I have enough room for the Mama Needs Coffee. All right, so we're gonna do this. Let's do this in vanilla. I've got a little mini squeegee here. Okay. Let me get this line. I don't want the Ice Baby on it, so I just need to go in a little close here just to get this line. All right. Pull that up. I'm just spraying it with some water, cleaning it off front and back real quick. Okay, that way I can put it back. Super easy to clean, just with water and a board eraser, you guys, and dried it off. Now it's back on there and I'm done with this one for now. But check out how it looks. Okay. I'm sure he did the 3-color one. Let's see, did I miss how it would look with light behind the acrylics? Yeah, I think it would be fine. All right, so I'm gonna move this just a little bit. We're gonna adjust it. It is so sticky, you guys. Let me fuzz it a couple more times. I think the Crackle would look great on our acrylic bases. I was actually going to do the butterfly. Do you guys have the butterfly, the club butterfly one from, I want to say it was either February or March. We did an acrylic sign that was in the shape of the butterfly, and then it had the acrylic base to it, or not the acrylic base, it had the light base. Which, sorry, we've slacked a little bit on creating more of those, but we will have some coming up soon. Robert and I were talking about that the other day, because we got in some bigger light bases, but we wanted to test those out first and see what they look like. Make sure that they can stand and don't fall over, kind of thing. All right, so I'm gonna wipe off the excess here. And again, you can get any of these designs on my website. Okay, if you go to spoiledbybrie.com, so the same name as my page name, spoiledbybrie.com, you'll go to the Chalk Couture tab and you will find these designs. There are hundreds of them you can choose from. They are super fun and easy to use. All right, so again, I'm just gonna clean it front and back real quick. Because I do hate cleaning up after I craft. So if I do it as I go, less to clean up. All right, so I'm gonna put this back on here. And this one does crack me up. It has Snack Dealer on here. And I did make a, like a little cute snack pouch. I think that one cracks me up. And then Raising Wildflowers. I think that one's cute. That would be cute on top of these. You could do Raising Legends too if you wanted to do that. This one is vanilla. Yes, this one is vanilla. So it is not as bright white will be. It's kind of hard. I don't know if you guys can really tell the difference. Okay, so This is, if we were to just leave it as it is, we did Crackle on the back first, and then we did espresso. And then on the front, we did Mama Needs Coffee in vanilla, all right? So, sorry for my ring light there. Okay, but up close, you can see through it, right? You can see through the background of it, which I still think that it would be cute just like that, right? But I'm gonna paint it. And now here's the key. When you are using acrylic, I did, the background has the crackle, the front has the transfer, right? The design on the front. So if I am wanting a background on the very, very, very far back, I need to color it. We pretty much have to do it backwards, right? So we're gonna do our first color that we want to show through first. And then the second coat will cover the cracks. Now, here's the important part. If you were just to go directly on top and paint, those cracks will not get filled because that's that crackle stuff, and it almost works like wax for paint. It's not going to attach or adhere the paint in those cracks, okay? So how do we prevent that from happening? Well, let me tell you. We use our handy dandy Mod Podge, okay? So we're going to paint this on, and we have to be fairly quick with it again because we don't want to just smear our espresso around. Let me put it in a tray. So we are going to paint with Mod Podge. Now what this is going to do is it's going to seal our cracks. Okay, it's going to seal our cracks so that way we can in fact paint on top of it. Let's hope that I can do that. I don't know that I should. I think that's what I did last time and I was like, ooh, don't pour directly onto the thing. See, there's a reason. And I need to remember to listen to myself. There was a reason, Bree, there was a reason. Again, we are sealing up the back currently with Mod Podge before we do our last background color. All right. I think we are good. I think everything is covered. All right, back in the water she goes. Wipe that off. Put that aside. Okay, so I have now sealed the back. I don't want to use the gator hide because that is not, that is like for sealing the project, okay? So I really don't want to use that. One, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Mod Podge is not expensive. Plus, I don't know how well it will paint, but I mean, I'm sure you could use it, but I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't want to seal it with that, okay? Thank you. Just personally, I wouldn't want to. All right. We are going to, so this one is done. I still think that I should have thinned out it a little bit more, but I actually love the way it looks. What's the matter, Eddie? What? Yes, you can play. Yeah, you were sleeping so good though. Okay. She wanted to play on her iPad today. And I told her, you can't play on your iPad until I go live. And so she fell asleep. I was trying to get Grayson down for a nap, and she fell asleep in there with me. And so she just came in. She's like, can I play on my iPad now? Yes, you can for a little bit. Okay, I still think, look at this. Doesn't that look awesome? I think it looks awesome. All right, so this one, we're actually doing 2 different layers. Now, I don't know how the glitter is going to work with the crackle, but we're gonna find that out as well. Oh yeah, she knows that she needs to ask. Let's use both. Oh, the Orion. The Orion is absolutely beautiful, you guys. Oh, I'm so glad, Paula. No problem. That's what I'm here for. My passion is to teach. My hobby is to craft. You like the white one and then the blue-green one? I love the white one, okay? I love that one. It looks awesome. I do feel like it's easier to see because it's a lighter color as well. So if you're using like white and black or like dark and light, it's easier to see the cracks. Much easier to see the cracks. They stand out, you know? All right, this one is almost done. We still got a couple of spots there, but I'm gonna go ahead and, we're gonna go ahead and finish this one because I think Mod Podge is a lot easier to dry than it is for, anything. Oh no, you're good. Excited but nervous. Oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Jump on in, have fun, craft. That's the whole point of it. All right, so this time I'm going to use Ballet Slipper. Again, this color is coming out on July 9th as well with all of our other items that are launching. So let's go ahead, get my paintbrush ready. I'm gonna just thin it out just a smidge. And I just use the lids. Now I will tell you, sometimes you'll get paste in there and sometimes it's a little harder to open. So just a heads up with that if you end up deciding to do that like I do. I just use mine, I use my paste fairly often, okay? So no problem. Yes, ma'am, we're here for all of you guys. Okay, so let's see. And we're gonna go ahead and get this painted. And like I said, I did thin it out a bit. But I am gonna need some more. Okay. And we're almost done. All right. I'm gonna dry this. I'm probably gonna do a second coat real quick. Have to be done. The lives have to be done. The lives have to be done. You don't have to do lives, Teresa. If you are interested in maybe doing like workshops instead, you can definitely do workshops. Which, speaking of, I'm about to do stay tuned because I'll send the link in the broadcast channel, you guys, but I'm in an online vendor event. It's next week. And it'll kind of give you an idea of things that you could do. Like if you don't want to do lives but you like crafting, you want to teach and potentially make enough to cover your crafts or your hobby, you can definitely do that with events or workshops. Workshops, honestly, is going to be your best bet. Lives are not for everybody, okay? You can totally do them if you want to, but it's definitely not required, okay? All right, so I am drying this. We're gonna do a second coat here on the back. But if you do want information on, you know, maybe doing some workshops or something like that, send me a message and we can chat. All right, so I thinned it out, right? So I want to do a little bit more. I want it to be covered a little bit more. So I'm gonna go on with a second coat real quick. Excuse me. Okay. Getting there. Now I did choose pink. I thought that it would be a good color, but honestly, I think I would probably go with just white. Like when I looked at the other side, I would probably just go with white if it were me to do it again. Like now that I see what it looks like. Because I don't think the pink is bright enough to see through it. I mean, you can see it, but like I said, I think I would want it to stand out a little bit more. So I would go with white if I had to do it again. Okay. All right. Let's see how covered it is. Right, yeah. Teresa and Paula, if you'll just send me a message, we have a guide as well for online vendor events in our group. If you need to be tagged, or you can just search in our group because I know both of you guys are on my team. No, these are not all acrylic surfaces. Just this one is an acrylic surface. So we're doing it backwards on this particular one, okay? Oh, there you go. Okay, cool, Amanda. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna let that one dry just a little bit. But let me see if I can show you guys. Can you see it now? Right? So I'm thinking If I had done white, I think you could have really seen it a lot more, but you can definitely tell. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry. So that is the acrylic. That's how you're going to do 2 layers, similar to this one. I had painted on one side of the acrylic, I did Crackle, then I painted black, then I painted with Mod Podge to seal the cracks, and then I painted with orange on the very back, okay? So we had to work backwards with acrylic, and then the design is on the very front part. All right, so now we're gonna come back over to this one. This one we were applying 2 sets of Crackle to. This one was a new one for me. Let's see. Will the acrylic surface be reusable? Yes. So this one is also acrylic, right? This one is acrylic, and we've done this one before, and it does. Like, I could just kind of scrape it with my fingernail. Okay, and then if I apply water to it, I can just wash it off and reuse it too. Okay. All right. Let's paint this. We're gonna paint it with Orion and see how this works out. Like I said, I have not painted or done Crackle with a glitter or a shimmer, so we'll see how this works out. But check out, it is almost an iridescent color. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles there on the side. It's so hard to see. All right, but this is the color of the month. So you can only get it in July, and it's while supplies last, okay? So don't sleep on it. Make sure you get it. And change mama to auntie. Yes, you should. I wonder. You could use that auntie. Auntie needs coffee. I think it'll work great. All right, so again, I'm gonna want to water this down just a bit. So I'm gonna put some in my lid. Love the purple. Oh, it is beautiful. It really is. All right. Like I said, this could be a huge flop. I don't know yet. We are unsure of what is actually going to happen. But that's what we're here for. We are here to try it, so that way you know what you can and cannot do, or what you need to change. All right, so I did add water to it, mixing it up just a little bit, so it makes it easier to spread across here, okay? They need to bring it for good. I know, maybe if we make, I don't know, a big enough suggestion like we did with Nominee, possibly they could bring this one back forever. All right, so I am currently just painting across here. We did already apply the Crackle underneath. We let it dry. I sprayed down this color of the month with some water to try and make it a little easier to paint with. but we have no idea if this is gonna turn out or if it's gonna be a huge flop. Don't know. We will find out very soon. How do we make them? Keep it forever. Oh, you just need to tell them, send it in to customer service, and then hope that everybody else feels the same way to do the same thing. All right. It looks so pretty though. I mean, it looks really good. Now let's see if we can get it to crack. Will it crack under pressure? It does work. Now, the only thing is I don't know if it was thin enough. That's what I'm kind of trying to judge. I still think it needed to be a little thinner and it would have cracked more, but maybe it just needs a lot more drying time. Okay, let me show you how it looks so far. You can see some cracks in there, right? You can see some cracks, not a whole lot. So again, I don't know if it is the shimmer or if it wasn't thin enough, but it is doable and it does look pretty cool, I must say. It still looks really neat. So I wonder if I just let it dry a little bit longer. So instead of actually putting a transfer on this one today, I'm gonna let it dry overnight and see how it looks, okay? Let's bring this one back out and we'll get ready to put this one in our box here. And then, trying to think where my, what we want to put on this one. Ah! It's still cracking a little bit, you guys. Maybe I didn't put enough Mod Podge. All right. It did crack a little bit there. So maybe just make sure your Mod Podge isn't too thin. But how cute did that turn out? Like I said, if I had it to do it again, I would do a different color on the very back. I'd probably do white so it stood out more. But hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so this one was the acrylic. Okay. This one was painted teal underneath. It was painted teal first, and then we did a crackle on top, and then we painted with Tide on top. Okay? So that is the Tide in teal. This bottom one is the acrylic. This one we did Crackle, and then we did like a bunch of layers underneath it with different colors. So hopefully you can see those different colors right there. All right, and then we did Crackle again, and then painted on top of it with another color, okay? So there's that one. We'll just let it sit like that. Okay. Oops. So we did that one, and then these three colors were underneath it. Okay. And then we did this one. Sorry, I had to take the part out and then push it down. Then, oh gosh, look, see, I was not supposed to hold that. Whoops. Maybe if I turn it, let's hold it like this. And then we did this one. This one was just Crackle and then white, bright white painted over the top. Okay, so tell me, which is your favorite out of, let me just take this piece out. Which is your favorite out of these that we did today? Okay. Do you like the hoop? Oh. Do you like the hoop? Do you like our Orion one, our teal, or our acrylic? Which one are you going to try? Personally, I love this one. I love this one. I think it just came out so good. It really did. I think this one did come out really cute too. And I think this, you know, they all have their own little thing. So I feel like this is very beachy, right? So if you wanted some kind of like water background, I think this one came out great. Yes, I think the wreath has the best crackle effect, but I also think that that one was the thinnest crackle that I applied, because remember, my transfer fell on it, and so I didn't reapply more. I actually just spread it more now that I'm thinking about it. I wonder if that had a lot to do with it. That would be a good thing to test, right? So now that these are all done, the next live that I do, maybe I'll go live tomorrow, we'll actually apply some stuff to these other ones, finish up our hoop wreath, and then I'm gonna go ahead and seal. I'm gonna seal one of our popsicles with gator hide. Here's one of our popsicles that we did, our little magnets. I'm gonna seal it with some gator hide to show you guys how to do that. But today we did use Crackle, and remember you guys, I will let you guys know when everything opens up and is available for purchase, especially if it opens up early, but it will be July 9th, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. My website is spoiledbybrie.com, and you will go to the Chalk Couture tab, okay? Oh yeah, Wendy, we'll have to see. I'm not sure how much that'll be. That might be a bit pricey. Between the acrylic and the white hoop. Good. Same here. I feel like I wish this would have came out a little more cracked. So like I said, I don't know. Maybe it'll crack a little more overnight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay? Or maybe if I go take it and apply my heat gun to it with a little bit hotter temperature and see if it cracks faster or more. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I already cleaned up, so we are done here for today. Again, hit that heart button for me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, I think that's it for today, huh? All right, let me put this down so I can turn off my thing. If you have questions, feel free. Always feel free to send me a message. Could be, yeah, that's a good point too, Carolyn. Okay, all right, y'all. Make sure you're signed up for the broadcast channel down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye, y'all.